Welcome back to Two Guys, One Pod.
That's right, the podcast where we talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. And today we're going to be talking about Outlast here with our friend, Jeremy.
Jeremy Finn up in this bitch.
That's right, guys. So, Outlast. Travis, why don't you go ahead and start off?
Okay, Outlast. Basically the trope of every horror game ever. Dumbass walks into a scary situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Okay, so... It's just like all the fucking other horror games. Like you said, dumbass walks into a situation. He pulls up into this fucking insane asylum. You're a reporter, right?
Yeah.
You're a fucking reporter. And here you are up here in this fucking insane asylum.
Get the big scoop.
Yeah, get the big scoop. Alright, and so as you first walk through the door, all these fucking people are dead. The insane asylum is
Correction, you don't walk through
you don't walk
through the door. Break in the
You-
goddamn asylum.
Yeah, you have to break into the
That was the
asylum.
funniest part about me playing it. I was like, breaking this, like, why would you have to break in this? I would have drove. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
It's over.
I would have quit right then, right? Yo, let's fucking parkour into this goddamn insane asylum.
Yeah, okay, so you fucking parkour, like you said, I forgot about that. You
Climb through a window.
Climb through
Like
a
a second or third story window.
Which, by the way, plays a factor later on in the game. You climb out of the fucking window later on and are outside where you can totally fucking get away.
Showers.
Yeah.
By the showers, yeah. Yeah, so we got this dumbass, right? Reporter.
We are the dumbass.
We are the dumbass. To get the big scoop on to bust this sane asylum wide open, the Murkoff Corporation.
Yeah, to bust this insane asylum wide open. Now, maybe we're just missing a part of the story because, to be honest with you, I did not read all the fucking files.
Who would? I actually researched
I
afterwards.
can't even read.
No, I researched afterwards, and it has like a pool from like in the 60s with the LSD and the CIA drugging people.
Oh yeah, you know.
Basically, that's what this insane asylum was back in the day, and they reopened it for this video game, I guess.
We're reopening this insane asylum for your amusement. So you break into this fucking thing, and to be honest with you, the beginning of it is kind of fucking fuzzy to me. Exactly what goes down.
Right now that as soon as you break in, you realize you made a huge fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Like, as playing the game, like I'd jump right back out the fuck. If it was real life, I'd jump back in.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even went in. But once I peeked in and saw, I mean, it's jump scare after jump scare right off the bat.
First off, insane asylums are like not good to go to,
Especially in the middle of the night.
It's storming too. Like,
Fucking dumb.
it was so fucking stupid. And if I'm not mistaken though, there's police cars parked out front, right?
Maybe military. I'm not sure they were big trucks.
Yeah, but I mean, like
I can't remember.
We find out at the end of the game who it actually is that's parked outside, right? Because it does turn out to be a form of the military or some kind of private military company.
It's definitely conspiracy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you get in. I really don't remember what happens. Point is, do you get thrown down first?
Yeah, well, you get in and you run into the bodies, and you're seeing decapitated heads in a library, I think.
Yeah, and then dude.
The big jump scare. You open up this door.
I watched somebody play this, and I still got scared there. I was like,
you knew it was coming.
Some dude's gonna fall, and he fell, and I still screamed like a little bitch.
I mean, that's what you do when you play horror games, you know?
Yeah, okay. But this game,
the jump scares.
This game, and I'm going to go off on a tangent here. This game plays on the Jumpscare Factor too fucking much.
Well, I mean, every horror game does.
Yeah, I mean,
that's part of it. I mean,
it's true. And you brought up something before the podcast. You said it was a straight rip, you know.
It is.
From Resident Evil.
From what I found playing this game, it's a carbon copy. I'd say all horror games have a basic formula.
Oh yeah, definitely. This one's
scare you piss scared,
fucking peeing on yourself, fucking scared.
And there's a big evil corporation.
Oh yeah.
Basically, any horror game.
Yeah, definitely.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We're assuming that you've already played this game.
Expect spoilers. We'll put that on the tags.
So
in the description.
So, all right. So then you get thrown down right
by the big
by this
giant.
Big. He's not fully naked though.
He's not.
No, he's not fully naked. But you get thrown down by this big giant.
It's the guy on the cover. The guy on the picture.
The guy on the picture who chases you throughout this entire fucking game.
He is behind you the entire game. Yes, and down in the sewers, up on the third floor in the church. He's everywhere. Actually, follows you all the way down to the basement. I guess I guess it's underneath. It's like basically like the Spencer Mansion.
Yeah,
it's again.
He doesn't throw you to the basement, right? He throws you to the
main floor.
The main floor because you went up a story, right?
Yeah.
He throws you.
Right, he throws you conveniently to the front door, which is locked.
Locked at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Right. So then you go down to the basement, Jeremy.
And just like, hold on, I just want to throw this in there. Just like Resident Evil, it sends you to get card keys, backtracking, turning off valves.
Why don't you tell the dumbest part of this game? You don't have a fucking weapon.
Oh, you just have a camera.
Yeah, you
just run. The camera is your weapon, and it's useless.
It's fucking useless.
You don't slap him with it. You just I gotta run the other way. You hide in the locker. Hopefully, he don't fucking find you and rip your head off.
Yeah, which he does. He opens the fucking locker, but okay. You have to go down to the basement, the scary, spooky, completely dark basement, and turn on generators, right?
Turn two valves, then turn the generator.
Oh yeah, turn two valves, then turn the generator on.
And each time you touch a valve,
which happens more than once in this game, where you have to turn fucking valves.
Yeah. Just turn on the sprinklers, turn off the sewer, the water in the sewer.
Turn on the water to get the fire to quit.
Yeah.
So. Isn't before that though? Do you have to go down there, or is it after? Whenever you meet the preacher.
The preacher. No, right after you get thrown off into the main hall by the big guy. Do what?
Do you meet him?
Yeah, he actually he wakes you up.
Oh, he tells you, he's like, yeah, I need you here for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
for some dumb shit.
Tells you to document it, basically.
Yeah,
you're the witness. You're the witness. Yeah.
Yeah, Father Martin, who says he's helping you, and everybody else is afraid of Father Martin.
Yeah.
Because apparently Father Martin's a badass, but he never does a fucking thing for you.
No, you always see him in a distance.
Yeah, in a distance, and he's always like. Go this way to get to me, and when you get there, he's somewhere else. He's somewhere else.
When you finally do get to him, it's epic.
Oh man, it's
when you finally get face to face.
Finally get face to face with Father Martin, he doesn't do once again
a goddamn thing.
A goddamn thing.
Speaking of goddams, he one-ups Jesus Christ.
He does.
Not only get into that here in a little bit.
Yeah, here in a little bit.
That's later on in the game.
All right, so pretty much you go in the basement with a camera that has night vision on, and you have to get batteries to keep this camera going.
If you don't keep up with your batteries, you lose your night vision. I don't think if you're just using the camera, not the night vision, like to zoom in and stuff.
Yeah, if you're just using the camera, it
doesn't use up your batteries.
It doesn't use up your batteries.
You will use a lot of batteries.
Okay. So he's chasing this big fucking guy that chases you throughout the whole game. There's lots of people that chase you through this game, but he's the main one that stays there.
Yeah, he's always there, no matter where you go.
Well, he tells you he can smell you. He's like, I can smell you, little piggy.
Yeah, he calls you a whore the whole time. Yeah, he's like, whores. I'm pretty sure he calls you a cunt, too.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you get called a cunt. You get called just god-awful names in this game.
Which, okay, I mean, you're in an insane asylum.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you have you played Manhunt 2, Jeremy?
No.
Have you ever played Manhunt?
I have
or Manhunt 2? Okay. A lot of this insane asylum stuff I feel has been pulled directly from Manhunt 2, which you start off in the game as a crazy person in an insane asylum. It's a really cool game. You have to check it out if you haven't. So then, okay, so you turn on all the generators, you you pee yourself 50 times, you die 50 times, you figure out what you gotta fucking do, and it's stupid fucking
It just
eye blockers.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not the same fat dude that's chasing you. It's
no, it's down in the sewer. It's a guy with a bat.
Oh, I thought it was a fat dude chasing you in the sewer.
No, it's just a guy with a bat.
Which he comes back later on. Alright, so then, what's the next big thing that happens after you get out of the sewer?
Go back up to the security room, because you turned on the generator. Yeah. The power was down for you to get into the security room.
All that work to turn on the fucking power.
Yeah.
And then you go and click on a keyboard a couple times, find some information, and then there's a fucking, what's his name, Father Martin. Father Martin's right there on the camera, and he pretty much turns the power back off. Fucks you up completely.
Yes.
All this work.
You're like, oh, okay, all that work for nothing.
Yeah.
Which basically feels like this whole game.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after that,
Big dude
motherfucker comes in, and he's like, where you at? You gotta hide in the locker, and there's like 3 lockers.
Yeah, there's 2 lockers.
It's like 1 and 2 chance.
Yeah.
And if you're playing on really hard mode, or whatever it is, he always finds you.
Yeah.
Always.
See, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure when you play through the first time, I think, does it give you a difficulty choice?
It's like easy, medium, hard, and then really hard.
Pretty much.
Really hard's 1 hit, you're dead.
I basically, I never play on easy, but I never play on hard either.
I always hit that normal, medium.
Just like they always ask you, have you played a game like this before? You have played a game like this before. You're a master at this game. I've played games like this before. I never have.
Yeah.
I picked that normal.
I picked that normal setting.
Easy's it's too easy.
Okay, so another big part of this game, this is going off the story, but we all know that this is the game that made a lot of YouTubers like really big hits on their videos, like like us.
Piss scared.
Yeah, because
reactions.
PewDiePie.
I watched PewDiePie play it all the way through, actually.
I watched PewDiePie play it too. I did not watch him play it all the way through because I didn't want to spoil it.
I watched the Rad Brad. I watched some of him. The Rad Brad. I didn't watch PewDiePie. I've not actually watched much PewDiePie. I don't.
He sucks now, but that's off topic.
Yeah, I try to go away.
All right, once again,
go away from mainstream
opinions because I really still like PewDiePie, but.
No, I'm not saying he's bad or nothing. I'm just
saying his videos now are shorter and they just.
But this game was kind of like a modern day because the game that it copies is a game that sits in olden times, which my friend Jeremy here told me about very first time because I really like horror games, and that is Amnesia.
Oh yeah, Amnesia.
Yeah.
I've not ever played Amnesia, but I heard good things.
Amnesia, you don't have any weapons. You have your insanity.
You see, Jeremy actually is the one that got me on to Outlast. I played horror games, Resident Evil, and I played The Evil Within. I hated that game, but I actually, for all it's worth, I guess Outlast is definitely better than The Evil Within, if you ask me.
Oh yeah,
I hated The Evil Within.
Who?
It was
hits a person with a freaking axe like 3 times and it breaks.
Don't even get me fucking started. You hit him with the axe once and it's gone, and all I can think of is it's a fucking axe.
They finally use it to chop down doors.
It should be a whole lot more durable than hitting a zombie once, which I don't even know what they were because once that happened. I quit the game. I was like, this is stupid.
Okay, this is back on target. I do gotta say that Outlast is a scary game.
It is.
It will definitely scare you. To be honest with you, like I would be here playing it by myself. I would quit because I'd be like, fuck this noise.
Well, you come over one time while I was in the middle of playing it through my playthrough, and we scared like we screamed like little bitches.
No,
definitely. I mean, I remember screaming very loudly.
Because I mean, like the game is a non-stop clench your butthole run game.
It is. Your tight butthole the whole way through.
The whole way through, and
start to finish.
I don't know what you thought about it, Jeremy, but I mean, it gets really fucking tiresome the whole time.
It's a marathon. It's definitely
honestly, it's the same thing over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
basically. Different atmospheres.
Yeah.
There's one time where you lose your camera and you don't have any night vision. You gotta run through the goddamn place.
That's right.
Pretty much blind.
Yes. Okay. You know, there's an achievement for not using your night vision. Which who the fuck would do that?
How can you do that?
I don't know. Completists, I guess. I don't know.
I think
because there's
You have to do that on expert mode, though. I think that's the achievement.
Oh my god.
Because I'm pretty sure you can do it on easy. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah.
Expert mode's fucking... It's
insane.
supposed to be darker and all that, too. Like...
It's dark enough as is.
There's so much to this game apparently that I played through it. It's a 6-hour game. You know, anywhere between 5 and 6 hours on your first playthrough.
Basically, because it's just a marathon. You can hide, but running is more effective.
Running is definitely more effective.
Sometimes you have to hide.
Yeah, sometimes you do. But like if you run,
you basically can outrun everybody if you
just run
the right way.
Yeah, and then like dodge them
a few times.
Yeah. So what's the next big thing that happens?
Well, after you get prison generators. Well, we already talked about that. You gotta run away from that fat dude, right?
Yeah.
Don't you gotta go to a vent?
Yeah, you gotta go with that. Which is another big thing in this game, by the way. Go ahead.
You gotta go in a vent and get in a room.
How do you end up in
And then you're looking through the vent, and there's a bathroom, girl's room and a boy's room. One insane motherfucker runs out of the girl's room and back in there, and that door's locked forever. You gotta get out of that room, because there's like a door that you cannot get through. You already turned the power on, it's all back off again because the fucking father's dick sucker.
Yeah.
Father Martin.
And then while you're in that vent, you see that dude run in, run out. And after that, you gotta keep going, and then you drop down. And after that, I'm clueless because I didn't play.
I'm hazy.
I'm really hazy on the beginning.
Basically, you end up in the prison. Father Martin.
Close to the prison, yeah.
Yeah, he ends up as you wake up because I can't remember what happens before, but Father Martin gives you a shot of something. You wake up. You wake up in the prison. You wake up. He
fucking injects you.
Yeah.
The whole thing is he wants everybody to figure out what's going on there because he thinks he knows. Which I don't know if Father Martin knows exactly what's going on.
He makes it all religious, and it's not at all. Once you get down to the end. You're kind of believing him because he's your only source of information. Yeah. So you're thinking that it's all religious and it's some type of ghost.
Okay, so you wake up in the prison now. Travis, this is your favorite part.
This is
because here comes the two fucking crazy brothers that are blind, aren't they?
I don't know that they're blind, but you tell me if Hannibal Lecter and Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't give birth to these two guys.
Definitely.
When you hear them talk, they're wanting to eat your liver and your tongue, which is very Hannibal Lecter-ish.
All right, and when you first see these guys,
look like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
They do look
buff, and they're big and bald-headed.
And they have monster lap hogs.
Oh yeah, they're butt naked, and you can just see their dongs.
I'm sure one's fapping to you too.
Yeah, I think so.
One might be touching himself, talking about eating your liver.
They're talking shit about you. They're like, "Oh, we should kill him. I can't wait to kill him." And then it was like, "No." Father dickheads that we're not allowed to.
We'll give you a head start. Yeah, it was very Hannibal Lecter-ish. I don't know. They talked very elegant.
Before you found them, right? You woke up in the prison and there was a bunch of people around you.
Yes.
And there were some jump scares there where you looked through the windows of the
of the doors
and then people would jump out in front of you.
Yes.
Or you open them and they jump out and be like, "Get out now!"
You never know which one of those guys are going to attack you. So most of them leave you alone, but.
Okay, so then you go around, you fall down into the middle of the prison floor, right? Or you jump down, and guess who fucking jumps down? The big fucking dick guy.
Carl, let's call him Carl.
Carl,
Carl, he looks like Carl.
Get Carl.
He don't like Carl, actually, now you look at him.
Anyways,
let's call him Bruce Banner. Let's call him Bruce, just because he's big and scary.
Yeah, Insane Hulk.
Yeah, Insane Hulk. Yeah. Because he is green most of the game because you're looking for him. So he jumps down. You're fucking trying to get out around him. You go turn on some more valves to drain the water out of the sewer.
No. See, we're in the prison for a little while, so we got to run away from those guys. And you gotta follow. Yeah, you gotta
get on the wall. You have to walk.
Yeah. You didn't. You gotta get
some cells.
The showers.
And then there's showers in there, and then you meet those two dudes. I'm pretty sure, and they're out of their fucking prison or whatever. Yeah. You gotta run from them. No, you gotta You go to a hallway and they're like walking the hallway, waiting for you. So you gotta jump out a window.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed that shit.
In the showers, and they know you jumped out. They're like, he vanished. Where did he go?
Yeah.
But they're just being sarcastic.
Being sarcastic.
Just like Hannibal Lecter.
I thought they were in serious.
No, I did too.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're freaking blind because later on you run into them and like you can walk past them, but like you can't walk directly in front of them. You can like go past them or behind them, and they don't hear you or see you.
I don't think they're blind. I really don't.
I don't know that for sure. I just might have been like
easy mode.
Yeah, I just might have been like really stealthy or playing on easy mode.
Playing too much Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Stealth this motherfucker.
I turn into a fucking box.
What about your cardboard box?
That game.
Oh my god. So
and then you
end up at one point.
I just want to say this: it's completely horror game trope that you go to scary ass places like the basement and the sewers. Like every horror game, at some point you're playing in a sewer. You have to go through a sewer.
Yes. You end up at one point where you're in the sewers. Okay, the guy jumps down. The big fucking Bruce Banner, Scary Hulk guy jumps down again. Bruce. And he's going to kill you. So that's where you're at this point in the freaking thing. So
you gotta turn on some more valves.
Yeah, turn on some more valves.
There's
a
well, like a stairwell, but it's
no, you crawl in it, don't you?
Well, no, it's a stairs, but it's basically down to a lower part of the sewer, I think.
Yeah.
But it's flooded.
It's flooded, so you
gotta turn.
You do all that, you get away from him, and the next person that chases you, the next place you go,
is further in the sewer, and it's like waist high water, right? And it's pitch black down there. He drops down there too and chases you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he does.
And it's pretty confusing down there too.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of wander around.
I luckily found my way out of it because I just started running and then found a ladder and went up.
Yeah, you're basically just getting lucky down there.
Yeah, so the next place you go, you're like in this corridor. No one's chasing you. No one's chasing you.
After the sewer?
After the sewer. And then you go up. And then this part got me because it made sense after this because this is you guys' favorite part. You go up and the one guy comes at you with a pipe and he hits you and he goes, "Get out of here!"
I don't remember this.
Okay, and then
this is my favorite part.
Okay, so he hits you and goes, "Get out of here!" And then you don't, of course. You proceed further because why listen to the fucking crazy guy that just hit you with a pipe, right? So you go past him. He's not trying to hurt you. He just walks off after that and starts hitting the wall or whatever. You go past him. And then the next big thing that happens to you after you've walked a couple feet. The doctor snatches your ass up.
No.
Yes.
There's a big chase scene where you gotta close and open doors and you're running down the hall and then the doctor sees you in like a little chute and he's talking to you and he says, there's a big chase scene before that.
There's a dude actually running with you with that pipe. I think it's a different dude though. You gotta run.
Yeah, they're chasing you. There's two of them.
They're running.
Yeah, and you gotta push objects in front of the doors. And you don't remember this?
This was like last night.
And well, anyways, you end up in a room and they're hot on your tail. You know, they're chasing you the whole way.
A kitchen or something?
I don't know, but there's like a little laundry chute or something. He's like, "Quick, get in!" And you shut it, and people run up, and then you get up there to the doctor.
Yes, that's it. There's a big chase. I remember that.
Yeah.
And you get in it,
and the doctor knocks you out.
Yeah, knocks you out.
To get you. He's like, "You made the right choice," and then he basically captures you. Yeah.
And then after that, the game got better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did.
It wasn't as.
It got a little bit more
repetitive.
Yeah.
It wasn't as repetitive. Like
and
they started
up in a bathroom, and the doctor's sitting there talking shit to you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Telling you, "I'm gonna fuck you," whatever.
Yeah, and he cuts off your fucking fingers.
Yeah.
And something funny that he says whenever you actually break out of that room, and he starts chasing you, and once you get away from him, he says, I think he says something like, "I should have cut his feet." That's the amateur move.
Yeah.
He's like, I should have started with the feet.
He was the funniest one on there.
He was. Yeah.
It was really funny.
He was butt naked behind an apron.
Behind an apron.
Yeah.
You see his ass. Because, like, to get the key, to get the elevator working, you have to get the doctor to chase you, push this thing out of the way, open the door. The doctor's chasing you. He comes through the door. You jump up in the air vent,
And he is the fastest, probably the smartest person in
Yeah,
this
he's
game.
the only one that actually talks.
Yeah.
Not nonsense. So he can sit there besides Father Dickhead.
Yeah, which he was not. He was nonsense.
Yeah, you can actually talk to him and carry a conversation with him. I feel like.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying killing you.
Yeah, but he was. Yeah,
He would sit there and talk to you because he talked to you for a little bit before he cut your finger off.
Yeah. He was talking shit about Father Martin.
Didn't after he cut your finger off and then you threw up in the sink?
Yes.
threw up.
Which he just basically put his hands all over the sink when he just got his fingers cut off. And I'm like,
oh, by the way, it never addresses that your wounds heal or anything. You're just running around with nubs for the rest of the game.
and your hands are bloody the whole time.
Yeah.
From there on out.
Yeah, from there on out, you got bloody nubbies.
I don't mean to interrupt, but one of my favorite mechanics is when you're running, you can actually look behind you while you're running.
I did not think that was my favorite. That was not my favorite mechanic because every time I tried to do that, whenever I switched back, it fucked me up so bad that I'd be running into walls. Because it's cool. It is because I was like, oh, you can do this, and I tried it and I done it a few times, and it really messed me up. I guess you have to be a
pro like me.
pro like Jeremy.
Yeah, pro.
We've missed a couple of jump scares too.
Yeah, they're
There was
littered.
in a wheelchair.
This game is
You passed it the
lousy.
first time, and you get a key card, and you come back, and he jumps at you.
Yeah.
I knew that was happening, and it made me jump.
There is jump scare.
It's the stuff that makes a little bit of pee come out. Like
It does.
There's so many jump scares. You're right, Jeremy. There's crazy jump scares.
As a horror game,
Everywhere.
it's pretty good. Yeah, it does play on the jump scares a lot, but what horror game, movie,
This
it's just if you do it right, I guess.
I think with the success of Amnesia, then Outlast, I think this spawned like that whole horror game aspect. 'Cause there's a lot of little horror games that pop up after this that copied this, or Five Nights at Freddy's, or some shit like that.
Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's.
I've never played Five Nights at
I
Freddy's.
mean, it's a click game.
Yeah, it's a click game, but it is
very much seemed like that.
You're sitting in one spot, and you gotta click lights, and then save your power, and then I watched people play it.
I've never played this game.
Never played it either.
Interesting fact about him, he's supposed to be really religious, but he has a furry infinity. So, he's fucking loves furries, and it was originally supposed to be a furry game, and it wasn't making no money, so he made it into like a scary game. Bam. But okay, so
Drop the mic.
So we're at the doctor.
we're at the doctor.
And basically, once it's pretty quick because it's balls to the wall the whole time. He's the fastest person.
You gotta run. There's you hide from him, he can find you, I think.
Yes, he finds you quick too.
Yeah, I tried hiding from him. He doesn't go the fuck away. He finds your ass.
I'm pretty sure there's other patients there, strapped to the bed, and they let him know where you're at.
Yeah,
He'll
basically.
always fucking find you.
Yes, that's exactly
You
what
gotta run
happens.
through a couple of doors, and then
Once you get the elevator key, you have to jump through some vents, get the elevator key, and you have to traverse back through where he's at. Basically, you have to dodge him. You have to dodge him in a hallway, in a narrow or just a straight hallway, and you have to dodge him, and he's basically on your tail the whole time. And then if you just keep running and get back to the elevator, if you can remember exactly how to get back to the elevator, then he basically he dies. And that's it for him.
Yeah, he tries to
He was probably the best character. He was
then he dies. Then you have to jump, crawl out of the elevator,
make your way back down to the bottom floor, which you go outside now.
Yeah, Father Martin's like, meet me outside, and then you go to the courtyard. This is where you see the specter.
Yeah, you see the what they call the wall rider.
Yeah.
This is where it started getting real scary.
That was my least favorite aspect of the game.
The wall rider, me too, because I felt like they had a good thing with the insane asylum. and then they played it on something else that we were almost to. So
I feel like it was okay the way it was at.
Hold on a second. I thought it was okay. They completely ruined it.
I mean, I thought it was like a basic horror game with like no entity or spiritual bullshit.
This will be. I don't know if you know about this or not, Travis, but Jeremy, whenever they kept calling him the Wall Rider, I was thinking about Wall Shadow from Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever.
Wall Shadow, the Labyrinth dude.
The Labyrinth dude.
You remember that?
I don't.
You versus Joey against the twin brothers.
Yeah, the Paradox Brothers.
The Paradox Brothers, and they had a labyrinth wall, and a labyrinth wall came up. And they played a shadow wall, and it was this ugly ass reptilian-looking thing with like 6 eyes, kind of like I don't know, but he would wall ride.
Yeah, the wall ride. Yeah,
he would shadow ride in the fucking labyrinth and pretty much
fuck your monsters. Yeah,
fuck your monsters up.
Which that's not what the real card even thought about doing, but
I want to look it up for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So this is where you see the wall rider. This is the most frustrating part of the game for me. Because it's really fucking dark out.
It's pitch black, and the only time you can see is when
it's raining and it's lightning, and yeah, so this is once again a really fucking annoying part of the game for me.
And Bruce Banner is also out there with the wall rider.
With the wall rider, chasing your fucking ass, and so you gotta do some parkour shit again, scale some shit.
Yeah, you're parkouring around the buildings, which I'm pretty sure you go over some fences that you can basically just jump out and run.
Yeah,
I don't see why.
He wanted his story though. He wanted that story.
He already lost his fingers.
Yeah, I was about to say, if almost getting raped by two stone cold Steve Austin looking motherfuckers, and then being chased by Bruce Banner the Hulk, and getting your fingers cut off.
Dr. House.
Yeah, Dr. House. Yeah. Cut your fingers off. Yeah.
He's always doing some experiments in that fucking shit.
Yes. But anyways, I don't see why he would keep going at this point, but he does. He keeps trucking on.
Tell you what, man, this guy's one hell of a reporter and employee of the year.
In all honesty, at the very beginning of the game, when you get up to the
gate,
there's nobody in that booth. So that should have been a fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
no security. Oh yeah,
no security. I'm gonna break in any fucking way.
Yeah, I think this is my chance. He must be out taking a piss.
Crazy theory. Crazy off the wall theory here. So I think that what's happening here, the government actually hired for this game to be made so no one would dig. No reporters would take chances into getting government secrets, but that's a crazy off-the-wall theory. That's bullshit.
They definitely pull out the conspiracy things because they actually brought up in one of the files. I remember because I researched it because I remember seeing it somewhere else. But MK Ultra. Yeah, say that in the files, and that was an actual government.
Yeah, MK Ultra, man.
Yeah, that was the whole 60s and 70s drug experiments.
Yes, LSD, man, tripping and shit.
They were trying to convert Soviet spies and shit like that, and it was all a big CIA cover up. And they actually brought that up in this game, which I guess basically is the underline of all this.
I guess so, but
government operations.
You go back in after Father Martin. By the way, Father Martin says, "Meet me outside." The motherfucker's not out there.
No, you never.
He pretty much says, "Cash me outside." How about that?
Yeah.
He's already fucking gone.
He's gone.
Cash me outside.
Cash me inside now.
Yeah.
What you trying to do?
Yeah, and basically it's a big hide and seek.
Yeah, Father Martin says, "Hey, freaking find me here," and you try to, and he's like, "Hey, freaking find me here." You try to.
It's like a fucking rare wild Pokemon, like Suicune. You're trying to find him.
Yeah. Which the building
over there, and he comes back.
The building you go back into is the main building.
No, you don't go to the chapel now.
I don't think you go to the chapel. You go to the main building, don't you?
I had to look it up the list because I'm really fucked up here.
Yeah, forgetting it.
Like their administration block, you go to prison block, sewer, mail ward, courtyard, and then the female ward.
Female ward. Yeah.
Okay, so while you're in the female ward,
that's when that's when the fucking floors start falling out from under you.
Okay,
right?
but before that, you gotta do another chase, and you gotta get all these fuses.
Three fuses
in this hallway with this pipe fucking thing, and then activate this laundry chute, which it goes all the way down to the bottom floor. Then you gotta go back down to the bottom floor, get it, go back up. The whole time this pipe guy's chasing you.
Is this where the movie is? Like where you gotta do the whole movie thing to get a key? You know the movie part? Is that not here?
No, that's not here.
We're all over this.
Yeah, we're all over this.
Well, that's how the game feels, man. You try to talk about this game after playing it.
I haven't played it in like a year. Like last time we hung out.
Last night, I
played it last night.
I beat the game, and I'm still. Like I actually played all this last night. So
after the fuses,
you go down, you go across, you get to Father Martin or some shit like that, or you don't even get to Father Martin. He's like, oh, catch me up here.
Catch me over here.
Yeah.
When do you lose your camera?
Okay, that's coming up. That's coming up. So
that's when the floors start falling.
Yeah,
that's what I want to talk about.
You go to this part, which I want to talk about this too. I think we all got some talking to do about this part. The floor, you jump over, the floor starts to cave in, your camcorder slides off and drops.
Your deformed hand tries grabbing it. Anyways, because you got 3 fingers.
Yeah, 3 fucking fingers left.
If he only had his middle finger, he could have reached it.
He could have reached those 3 fingers.
Yeah, so drop it. So what does the game do? Instead of being able to proceed without the camera,
you gotta go get it.
You gotta go get your fucking camera. So you jump down, you go through all these scary parts you just went through to get this goddamn camera.
In the dark.
In the dark.
People chasing you.
And there's still people chasing you.
Pretty sure you open up a door and there's like 5 dudes in there. That's a one-hit kill.
Hold on.
If they get you, it's a one-hit kill.
Hold on. I'm almost to that. You go through, you see this blue glowy thing. Guess what that blue glowy thing is? That's your goddamn camera. You walk up to it.
As soon as you pick it up.
You can't pick it up when you first walk up to it because it's sitting on a table and your character is incapable of reaching over the table and picking it up. You have to go around the table.
That's right.
Grab it.
And as soon as you pick it
up, turn on your night vision.
There's like 5
dudes. You have to go through all that shit.
And you have to run back up to where
Jeremy, why don't you go ahead and tell us your thoughts on dropping the fucking camera?
I would have left it. In all honesty, if that was that dude, I would have stayed there and cried.
Yeah,
that's a long ass night too. It took me like fucking 4 months to finish that game. I was like, it's a 4-month night. But I really liked running through the dark without the camera. Because there was people chasing you, and like you were bumped into every damn thing. You were bumped in the desk that you couldn't jump over.
Yeah.
Why can't you jump over a fucking desk? Are you mentally handicapped?
You're parkouring everything else.
Yeah, which is probably why he's there in the first place.
You're parkouring over, like parkouring everything else, but you can't go over a goddamn desk with a fucking table on it.
Which speaking of, that's probably why you're there.
There's a bunch of cluttered up spots that you feel like you can just squeeze right through, but no, it's blocked your path. You gotta go around.
You can't just fucking slide over it. Or anything.
You can't Duke boy that shit.
On the desk, I'm gonna go around it because I'm fucking mentally handicapped. That's why I'm in the insane asylum.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that's the direction that this game was going.
Like it was gonna. What was that?
This was gonna be like all in your fucking head.
Shutter Island.
I thought it was gonna Shutter Island me. It's gonna all be in your head. But some of this game, I have to say, is fucking pretty predictable.
It's very predictable. It's like I said, it's a carbon copy of Resident Evil.
It still scares me though.
Yes,
I know it's still there.
It's a very scary game.
Yes,
it's a trope to all the other everything before it, like with the big evil corporation, Murkoff, Umbrella, all the underground doings. There's always a secret, something more like more scary at the end, I guess.
So you you get to all this, you get through all this, and you go, okay.
Are we in the chapel yet? Because that's what I want to talk about.
Hold on, we're not there yet. You go, okay.
Your camera's cracked too, by the way.
Yeah, your camera's fucking cracked now. And you're like, finally. Alright, this has to be close to the end of the game because I've seen the exit like 3 times already.
Yeah, it shows you the exit so much.
And so you have to parkour, once again, parkour into this one guy's room. And like you go through the main hallway, you go into one guy's room,
you
jump out the window, parkour it to another window. Makes no goddamn sense why you can't just jump down and run, but
yeah,
you gotta parkour to another window.
And all honestly, if you jump down and break a leg, you're still safe because they're all stuck inside.
They're all
stuck inside.
Slide, go over to your car.
Yeah.
Crawl to your car, be a fucking man, drive the fuck home.
Just hope you break your left leg.
Yeah. But, so, you get into this fucking one guy's room.
I feel like we're getting really close to the part that I want to talk about.
Yeah. You do all this shit. Apparently, now you gotta go to a theater part.
Oh, yeah, the theater.
And a kitchen part.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember it.
This is where the 2 naked guys come back into play. By the way,
they're back here?
They're back. The 2 fucking slong dong dudes are back.
Slong dong.
And they're chasing you. And you go do all
they're
this
still naked.
Camera shit. Yes,
I can't remember.
They're still naked. They're naked through the entire game.
That we know of.
And you go to the movie theater. And you do your watch the whole experiment thing.
I don't think you actually have to watch it.
You don't.
I'll watch it. I'll record it.
You
for
did?
evidence.
For evidence.
Yeah, it doesn't really help because you die anyways.
Yeah.
God damn it. Spoiler alert.
You're trying to get another key. What's this key for? I can't even remember.
This key's for something.
It's a key card thing?
It's another key.
Why don't he just keep the fucking first key card? That way he can just go in and scan every goddamn door.
I don't think everything works like that. It's all old
It's
school.
a video game, I can imagine.
Yeah.
That was mean.
The only thing that actually worked for the key card was the security room. Everything else was just lock and key.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's a very poorly planned out place because all these employees are only like contained to one area. You can't.
Yeah.
You have to have someone come let you out of your area. So.
You're going to get a key.
You're going to get a
jump up.
Fucking key for something.
The key's up there where the actual projector is.
Yeah, so you got to do all this stuff. This crazy guy comes running out. You jump into the room, grab the key, go running back. You get chased again by 2 big dick schlongs or the big guy. I'm not sure which.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's or fucking Carl.
Do they do Carl?
So
did they chase you to the chapel? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They chase you to somewhere, and they. So I don't fucking know where they chase you to. The point is they chase you somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it's towards the chapel now, which is my favorite part of the game, where you finally catch up to Father Martin. You finally get face to face with him. You're not chasing him down. You're not meeting him in the courtyard. You're not meeting him fucking Egypt, wherever the fuck he tells you to go.
You're not catching him outside.
You're not catching him outside.
You're meeting him in his fucking chapel worshiping place where
he's got his people.
He's got his people who have crucified him.
And they got a bundle of wood underneath him. And he's sitting here telling you to record it and everything else. Basically, he one-ups Jesus, and he not only crucifies himself, but he burns himself.
Yeah, which I did not record any of this at all with my camera in this game.
I would have.
I just looked at him and he's on fire, burning, and everybody else was all his followers sound like retarded monkeys.
I'm pretty sure they were praying. I'm really sure.
And then he tells you as he's lighting himself on fire that they've unlocked the elevator.
Yeah.
So this is where the game, you're like, okay, finally, all this shit, I can finally walk out the front fucking door, get back in my car and be like, woo, that was fucking nuts, and go home.
That was a crazy weekend. Wonder what Carl's doing.
I wonder what Carl's doing. You gonna chase me some more? So you go into the elevator and you start going down, and it gets to the exit floor.
And then you like pause for a second.
Yeah, it stops, and the gate doesn't open at the exit.
And then you just keep going.
And this is where I completely facepalmed because I was like, why the fuck are we going down to the basement again?
It had to show you the exit one more time. Like 5 times wasn't enough.
5 times wasn't enough. We're going down to the basement, and then it passes the basement. You're like, oh,
where the fuck are we going now?
we're not going to the basement. We're going to some scarier place, right?
Hell.
Yeah, hell. Here we go to hell. Father Martin was right.
Hell looks a lot like Aspen, Alaska. That's hell. It looks a lot like the snowy mountains of Alaska.
So you end up in this cave that's icy,
I'm not sure if it's icy
or just really glistering rock. I don't know.
I have no idea.
So you end up in this cave.
Like ice, though.
Yeah. And well, you know, there's a bunch of bodies down there.
This is where it gets completely.
It takes a turn.
It takes so stupid here. It takes the wrong turn.
Takes the wrong. It. Scary movie pun. The wrong turn.
The wrong turn. Yeah.
Which wrong turn? There's 5.
Oh, Jesus, the only one that was good, the first one.
Yeah. Well, you know, probably wrong turn 3 though, because this sucked dick.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that movies are like the Shrek movies. The first 2 are cute and cuddly, but the third one sucked dick. Straight from Workaholics. But
that basically is what happened here. Like the mental asylum, that all goes out the window.
All goes out the window. That was just some petty horror shit. Some petty shit going on.
Yeah.
All the scary shit you went through means absolutely nothing.
They pretty much just lubed your butthole. That was lube for your butthole.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for a real rape here.
Yeah, this is where the real rape happens.
So you go, okay, I'm gonna go. So you go down this hallway. It's very eerily. No one's there. Nobody's chasing. No one's chasing you.
There's not blood on the wall.
You look out this window as you're going down the hallway, and you see a door open, and there's sunshine, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
It's like a big cargo room, like a big hangar.
Yeah,
is what it looks like.
It looks like a big hangar. There's sunshine, and you're like, "Oh, I'm getting out." And then you go to the exit, and then the Spectre shows up, and the lights start flashing. Well, then you go to run back the other way, and there's big fucking Carl there again.
Yes.
And you're like, and he picks you up, and he throws you on the ground. He's getting ready to fuck you up, and then the Spectre,
the wall rider, saves you. Didn't make sense to me because
why? Why are you saving me, bro?
Yeah, it makes sense if you remember what happens at the end.
Yeah, it does make sense.
It still doesn't make sense to me.
Anyways, he picks up Carl, throws him in the fucking vent. Pretty much chops him up.
Chops him up. Yeah,
Carl bits.
So he's dead. Then you run into the Stephen Hawking motherfucker, who's in a wheelchair. He's like, his name's Billy. The fucking Spectre's actual name is Billy.
Billy.
That's such a scary name.
Billy.
And
the old Charles Xavier motherfucker tells you to kill him.
Stephen Hawking, Charles Xavier, same guy. But
yeah, same guy. A smart dude in a wheelchair.
Bald.
He's bald. Lex Luthor. Yeah.
Lex Luthor.
Basically tells you to kill Billy.
Kill him. So then the Spectre's chasing you now. This is wall riding ghost. It just saved you. It's chasing you as you turn off all these valves and shit.
They should have just called the game Valves. That's all you do. Parkour and Valves.
Parkour and Valves.
That's what this game should have been titled.
Basically, you have to shut off all the valves and generators and shit for his life support. Because he's in a pod. Which, again, this is off-the-wall shit at this point.
So, as you're turning off his pod, he picks you up.
Throws you
a couple times, and then goes right in your butthole.
Well, you're limping. You're limping away.
Yeah, you're limping away.
And you're fucking limping, and you get so close to the exit or something.
And the door opens.
That he he takes over your body right there, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is that when it...
Well, look, the door opens, you see all these guys with guns, and then Charles Xavier sitting there, and then the guys open fire and just shoot the shit out.
Right?
And then you know what happened to you, because you're like, okay, well, there's ghosts inside of me now. And then Charles Xavier is like, you've become the host. And then they shoot you, and then everything goes black. You fall on the ground, you look over, you see blood just coming out of you. And then all of a sudden everything goes black, and then you just hear a bunch of screams and gunfire and people getting ripped in half.
Yeah, and you basically become...
So you got killed for no reason because the host dude, well, Billy just left your body and started killing all them again, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So they killed you for no reason.
Yeah, pretty much.
Assholes.
Assholes.
You had a report due that morning, and they killed you.
And they killed you. They killed you, and... Are you going to tell that to your teacher? Well, I was going to bring you my report, teacher, but I got murdered. So that's the game. That's the game. You go to ending credits. There's a prequel, kinda, I guess, or something called the Whistleblower.
It's prequel. It's like right before.
Yeah, tell us about that. I didn't play that.
I didn't play that. I didn't watch it either.
All I know is this doctor dude, another doctor dude, that is trying to give you a sex change. That's all I remember.
Was it dirty?
He cuts your dick.
Oh.
He stabs you.
Was he using dirty utensils like whenever the doctor cut off your hand?
Yeah, the doctor that cut off your hand had his utensils in the fucking urinal. I was like, that is so not sanitary.
So not sanitary.
But all in all, I rate the game like 8 out of 10. It would have been probably 9 or 10 out of 10 if the ending.
Yeah, the ending really
like
killed it. It probably didn't sound like we were talking good about this game,
but
it was actually a pretty good game. It was a good
game. I was scared. I was scared a lot. It was a good game. There definitely was some flaws for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
I think it went downhill at the end. That's basically it. Everything about the Asylum was scary. Tight butthole, running, hiding. I think it was everything you could look for in a horror game until the end.
I think by the end, though, you're sitting there and you're like...
You're just so ready for it to be over.
Yeah, you're ready for it to be over, and you're like, oh, another jump scare. Ooh. And, that's how it was for me, at least. I was so ready for it to be over. And it was just like another jump scare after another jump scare. All in all, I think the game was a good game. If you're a fan of horror games, you should definitely check it out.
Yes.
You're gonna like it. It's usually not that much, especially if you're playing like on PC. It usually goes on sale pretty cheap on Steam sales.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it for free. I downloaded it on Xbox.
It's free last year.
This time last year, I believe.
They were in promotion for Outlast 2, weren't they?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I bought it both times.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You're the one that told me about it, and I went on and downloaded it on the Xbox store.
At first, you didn't like it because you're like, you don't have any weapons. What the fuck are you gonna do? And I was like, you just gotta run. And you're like, well, that sounds stupid. And then you played it. And I think you masturbated to it the first time.
I did, because it was scary as fuck. It really was. It scared the piss out of me.
Because it's different from whenever, people that watch our first podcast will know, our first episode, we play Resident Evil. It's different from that. Because you've got no way to fight back.
No, there's no fighting back.
Even in Silent Hill, which is kind of like a different level, you have some way to fight back.
Yes. They at least gave you a pipe.
In these games that they're coming out that are horror-based now, usually you have no way to fight back. Like Slender, Outlast, Amnesia, all these games, you got no way to fight back. Which is, the Evil Within's a different story because you can fight back, but your axe breaks after killing a zombie. It makes no sense.
You might as well not be fighting back.
Yeah, you might as well just run and hide and do all your shit. But I don't know about this game as far as like Outlast 2 because I've not played it. I've not played the prequel DLC for this game, the Whistleblower. So we got this wrapped up, I guess. Is there anything else that you guys want to add before we finish it off?
I'd like to thank Jeremy for joining us on
I'd
this
definitely like to thank Jeremy for joining us and helping us out with this. He did help us out with our first episode too. Helped us get it up and going on YouTube.
I started the YouTube channel pretty much.
Yeah, Chris are fucking retarded.
We're definitely retarded, but thanks Jeremy for being on. Thank you guys for listening, and
This has been episode 2 of
Episode
2 Guys, 1 Pod.
2 Guys, 1 Pod.
3 pods. I mean,
Yeah, actually, it's episode 2, 3 Guys, 1 Pod.
Yeah, 3 Guys, 1 Pod now. Alright, thank you guys. Yeah, bye.